stuck on the sideline. Now back. A lot of pressure so far from this Canadian zone.
A drop from Germany.
Going to give it right back to the Canadians. For the quick score and a goal, 1-0. Canada goes up on top.
Like as you said, Brian, lots of pressure causes an uncharacteristic drop from this strong German team. They're going to have to recover and realize that it's still a long game.
We're going to take a look now at our keys to the game. Brought to you by Sky Magazine. Taking a look at Germany, Liam.
Germany, in talking to them before the game, they had done a bit of scouting on Canada with the coach of the French Open squad, who Canada beat by a very close margin before. The French coach seemed to think that Canada would not be able to handle a zone defense. They're going to play a special zone, which you'll see in a bit. Another thing they need to do is contain two of Canada's big contributors. That's Darren Wu and Cole Keffer. And they need to stay mentally tough. Now, that can be very hard after that first pass drop. On the other hand, Canada also has a couple of keys to the game that they need to take into mind as they look to move towards finals.
We'll take a look after that, after this point here. 1-0, Canada leads over Germany. Germany already facing a little bit of adversity, getting broken on the first point of the game. This is centered. And man-to-man defense from Canada. Hera gets it off. Now swing to the middle of the field. Looking deep and open is the receiver. Tracks it down, back of the end zone. Tipped. He's going to call a strip.
Contested strip. And the disc will be sent back.
I'm surprised on the contest on here. It actually looked like the German receiver had it in his hand.
Quite a powerful huck from Alexander Allgeier. He'll be forced to do it again.
Allgeier with the disc center of the field. Post stack formation for the Germans.
Bit of discussion about what the stall's coming in on.
Closer, Francis, closer. That's good, that's good. No aisle, no aisle.
Germany to the sideline. He's faced a lot of pressure starting off. Had an open receiver as we call downfield.
Looks like there was a collision in the middle of the field. Edison Ng and Benjamin Bridge.
Play's going to restart. Germany clearing up the line, now forced to go all the way back, losing yards. You see the tough Canadian defense. Hand block. Canada fast breaks quickly. Ng to the end zone, wide open for the second break of the game. 2-0, Canada leads.
That was bookends from Nicholas D'Acquisto as he hand blocks, catches the pass, dishes, and then receives for the score. Canada up quickly 2-0.
Germany's going to take a timeout and try to recover. We'll be back with the action here on Sky Magazine. Back in Lecco, Italy, the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. In this open semifinals, Canada leads 2-0 over Germany. And let's take a look at our Canada keys to the game.
Talking to Coach John Haydock before the game, I said, what do you have strategically planned against Germany? He gave me the same answer as he did before Japan. They're not worried about what Germany is doing at all. They're just going to play their game. One other thing they need to do is manage a bit of a shorter roster. One player, Alex Hackney, is out of the game completely, suffered an injury in the first game against Japan. Francis, as well, is battling a giant blister on his foot. We'll be taping that up and trying to play. Dawsey as well. Both those players, Dawsey and Francis, did not play the game against France. Dawsey with back issues. Both, though, back in the rotation for this game.
And Canada actually had a harder road getting here in their quarterfinal game. Found themselves down to France before coming back to win, only by 2.
The story there from Coach Haydock was a lack of defensive offense. There were only 2 breaks from both teams in the entire game. They were getting the turnovers, but their defensive offense was not able to punch the breaks in.
Canada comes out in a bracketing formation around the vertical stack. You can see players on both sides and 1 deep. Guillemette playing the deep position for Canada. And a D right off the bat. Called a foul on the play. That was Marceau.
It's going to be contested foul.
Looked relatively close, but I think Marceau was there with the D before any contact made. Nonetheless, back in Germany's hands.
Right, Trevor, right, Trevor, right, Trevor. Yeah, that's yours, that's yours.
Louis.
No run, 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 no run.
Looking over the top to the sideline.
Germans not looking great so far. Their offense is not clicking. Cutter's not getting open. They're having to resort to dangerous dump looks.
Dump swing around for the Germans. And too far, the pressure from Canada forcing mental mistakes.
This is one thing we talked about before the game. Germany is undefeated so far in this tournament, but they have yet to face an opponent that is going to put on the defensive pressure like Canada does. They need to deal with this and play as they have in the other games.
Knechtel. Hurst has been a fire starter. Overthrows Marceau. Gives it back to the Germans. Cuiva. Germany continues to swing it around, not being able to find much upfield. They've been pushed back. Brich to the end zone for Germany's first score. Tipped and dropped. Hornschemeier.
3 or 4 critical errors from Germany to start out this game. This could look like a completely different game without these individual errors.
Mental toughness, one of those keys to the game you talked about, Liam. Germany needs to not let this get away from them. Knechtel. Keffer, the rugby player. Hurst. Marceau. The athleticism and speed for Canada are going to be highlighted in this match. Dawsey Daigle playing through the back injury. Keffer, outstretched hand, can't pull it in. Intended for D'Aquisto.
So a couple of errors from both teams at this point.
Going deep. Has another open receiver. Brich can't lay out for it.
That's the second high-release backhand huck we've seen from the Germans. Both led to turnovers. Trevor Knechtel. I apologize, that's Luca Klieve for the Germans, throwing both of those.
Hurst picking up the disc for Canada. Marceau, one-handed strong snag. Dawsey Daigle. First, the around Canada, moving it quickly. Keffer, now looking deep. Puts a blade to the back corner. Looking for Yun. Nicholas Yun with a score. Canada goes up 3-0.
And I'm not 100% sure about that decision. That was kind of a strange throw, but whatever works to get your offense going. 3-0, Canada's rolling.
Germany not able to get started offensively. A lot of pressure from this Canadian defense.
I think it'll take 1 point for the Germans to really get going. They just need to get that first one in just to prove to themselves that they're in this game. Germany trying to get over the hump. They finished 4th in many of the recent junior tournaments. Trying to break into the semifinals. They've done that. Would love to get a crack at the finals game as well.
Let's go D, let's go D.
Germany with another opportunity. Need to get on the board quickly and not let this game. Algair. Now up the line. Buher. Germany dumping and swinging. Canada content to let him gain yards. Botzel gets it off the sideline. Schulta now to Britch. Britch going deep. 2 receivers. Will this one hang enough? Nope.
If Germany could dial in those hucks and make them fall and put a bit more touch on them, they would be right in this game. Their decisions are correct. The execution is not there. They can play a huck-heavy offense. They can throw it long, but the hucks have got to be perfect.
Huck's not on point. Canada coming out, looking like in an isolation position for McAllier. Instead now looking to the sideline, fighting Binnen. Binnen was the star of the show in the last game that we did, Canada versus Japan. LA.
Binnen's brother, incidentally, plays for the Israeli Open team.
Victor Cheng with a nice layout, saves it for Canada. McAleer. Play stopped. Call. Say a foul.
That was completely unintentional foul. He was just running by Rich and got in the path of the disc. But Canada will use that opportunity to slow down the offense.
Very quickly, Canada can take a 4-0 lead. Greer. Canada had trouble with the defensive offense, off to a great start today. Call on the field. Players will reset. Greer. Sit off to the sideline. Pump faking. Now back to Greer. McAleer. Pass, miscommunication. Cutter did not think, Valet did not think it was intended for him.
And a few more errors than we would have expected in this game so far.
Both teams, Germany not able to hit on any goals. Juha. It's the inside break off. Germany with a bit of continuation. Britch has been shooting a lot of hucks deep, so far unsuccessful. Juha. The mark adjusting now out to space. Alguera to the end zone. Canada with the D. Thomas McAleer.
Another questionable decision from Germany. Not sure if there will be a call here. Looks like no call. So call retracted, and Canada will control. Just a questionable decision to put up that hammer. If you want to put up a hammer there, it's got to be low and tight. It can't float. The Canadians have the height advantage in that matchup.
Going deep right off the bat. This one come back in for a chance, hugging the line. Touches it, gives it Germany on the sideline. German on the fast break. Rich. Schulte.
Germans looking incredibly overwhelmed. Their dumps are not cutting correctly. The players that have the disc look nervous and fidgety. This is not the same Germany that we've seen in pool play and quarterfinals of this tournament.
Play coming in on 6. Chang giving chase on Bucher.
Handlers frustrated at the cuts not coming for Germany.
Botzel to the end zone. Will this one count? Germany gets on the board.
Cheers from the German cheering section, which has taken over the left side of the bleachers here in Lecco in the showcase field. It's the 2014 World Junior Championships of Ultimate. If you're just joining us, this is a semifinals matchup between Germany and Canada. The team that loses here will be out of contention. Liam Rosen here with Brian Jones. If you're watching from either Germany or Canada, I know it may be a bit early in the morning. Canada, send us your tweets anyway. You can find me at skied_Liam Rosen. You can find Brian at no_look_Scuber.
Pass out to space. Leo Eichler comes down with it.
Germany still needs to clean up their hucks. I really like their huck decisions. They've looked very strong, putting that disc out to space and possibly facing a bit of a height disadvantage against the tall Canadians.
You see Hugh Knapp on offense. First time this line has been out there for Canada. Scarth going deep for Keffer. Keffer near the end zone. One flip left for the goal. Canada scores quickly.
Keffer to Wu, the two players that Germany needed to contain and keep out of this game.
And just after Germany gets some momentum, Liam, Canada strikes right back very quickly. Scarth to Keffer to Wu.
You mentioned Keffer in the first game, seen catching this one here. That's the score from a while ago from Germany. But Keffer actually a very high-level rugby player in Canada. However, also been playing Ultimate since he was 5. Coach Hayduk related the story. There's a tournament in Vancouver called Flower Bowl. At halftime of one of the games, they show the toddlers and elementary school kids, and there was one kid with long blonde hair that was always a crowd favorite. He was running all over the field, layouts, incredibly fast, could throw like a 20, 30-yard hammer. Well, that kid grew up to be Cole Keffer. He actually stopped playing Ultimate to focus on rugby. But this year, they've got him back, convinced him to join up with the provincial juniors team, and is now helping this Canadian nationals team on their way to a berth in the finals.
Germany all the way back in the end zone, and they'll take it from the backfield, and no pass available in the zone. Germany in trouble. Hammer over the top saves them. Bundelicht gets it off. Now going deep, and nobody back for Canada. Rich. 5 yards outside the end zone. Over the top for the score. Germany responds.
That was a fantastic offensive point from Germany. That will give them the confidence they need to get back in this game. They went from the very back corner of their own end zone to the other end zone in 4 or 5 passes, including 2 beautiful hammers.
Missed opportunity for Team Canada Defense, you get a pull like that. Germany in the back of the end zone. You have a zone set. Deep missing their assignment. And now this game looks awfully different from a 3-0 lead from Canada.
So Germany staying in this game, still going to face a bit of adversity here from a very strong Canadian team. Wind very still here in Lecco. 1 p.m. local time. Afternoon starting to heat up.
Knapp, vertical stack for Team Canada. Pick called on the play. Scarth was coming out of the stack, now has to walk back. Caleb Snyder, number 10, behind the disc, all alone. Knapp going deep, right off of it, looking for Wu. Darren Wu has made some exciting plays in this tournament. Trist. Excuse me, that's actually Nathan Hurst. As we have a stoppage on the play. We saw Hurst do a lot of upline cuts in our last game against Japan, Canada-Japan, earlier this week in the Open Division. Canada winning that game, going away. Missed throw, but a foul called on the mark. Hurst. To Knapp. Wu from the front. Over the top for Knapp. Makes the grab. Wu to the end zone. Not quite there, and a quick flip. Canada up 5-2.
Good job for Wu, not being the deep receiver there, but rather the reset. They're poaching off of him a bit. They know he's not the strongest handler in the world. He's only been playing Ultimate for 2 years, but this kid has been blowing up for the Vancouver Nighthawks in the American Ultimate Disc League in the U.S. He's been one of their star players, matching up with the likes of Bo Kittredge and Kurt Gibson. Has performed incredibly well for his young age. It'll be exciting to see him develop throughout the rest of his career.
Take a look at the replay. Wide open hammer for Germany. Germany needing to respond, down 5-2 here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. Zone from Canada. Buher trapped against the sideline. Calling a double team against the Canadians.
We've seen a lot of zone from all teams so far today, although the wind not very strong.
Teams trying to mix it up and change their strategy. Tobias Hera. Latzel lays it across the side, coming in. Defender misses the opportunity.
Hammer time as Germany not afraid to go over the top to open up the cup.
Get it through the bridge, but no continuation. And Germany slowly moving. Eichler over the top.
Actually looks like Canada's transition into man defense, or is trying to. It was called from the sideline, but the cup is still active.
And still in the situation, not all of Canada has transitioned. As we stay in the zone look. Germany, Buher.
Now man is being called from the sidelines, and Canada is now transitioning. A hammer.
Eichel makes the catch in the end zone. 6-2, Germany scores.
And that's his second catch of the game.
No, it's tricky. Our zone's not like in turns. And they're trying to make it about getting turns.
Five, 3. Canada. Germany still staying with it, but they need to keep this game close early if they want to have a chance to get into the finals.
Get the score corrected on the screen here, 5-3. Canada with that 2-point lead, which they established at the beginning. Still actually up quite a few breaks.
I think at the end, half the team was in man, half the team was in zone. The half field was in man. Let's go, boys!
Knapp in zone from Team Germany.
In a side stack from Canada. Canada, confused by the zone, turfs the disc.
Germany's going to walk up. Pliva looking for the isolation off the front of the stack. Physical defense from Canada. Foul called. We start play. Pliva inside break to the end zone for the score.
Critical break for Germany, proving that Canada can't easily blow this game out of the water. They're going to have to fight. And I think the zone from Germany on the pull play from Canada confused them a little bit. German team, only one player repeats from the World Junior Ultimate Championships in Dublin 2 years ago. They won the European Youth Ultimate Championships last year. A lot of players were moved up from that gold medal winning squad.
Germany only down by 1. And have the energy that they needed. Mental toughness, overcoming adversity early on in this game. It's the first challenge they faced all tournament long. Pliva with the pull. Snyder to Knapp. Keffer finds Knapp along the sideline. Bit of a poaching, switchy defense downfield. Knapp and Keffer give and go.
Looks like there was a travel called.
It's one of the keys to the game we talked about, though. Germany wanting to throw different looks in different zones.
So travel was called on Keffer's continuation after catching the disc. Actually, the travel will be retracted, so the disc will end up staying with Knapp.
Knapp. It's off and tripped up. No foul call.
Brian, Germany with a chance to tie the game here.
Wu on the mark. Pliva. It's off the dump. Tipped.
Such a key end zone possession for Germany.
Pliva. Year-round. Dishes it back, goes to the ground, makes the grab. Pops up an inside break, hanging. Keffer gets the D. And a foul called by Germany, and I think we had a good look at this one, Liam. I'm not sure this is the right call. It's going to be a goal. Going to be called uncontested.
It was a strip. It was an uncontested strip. Keffer did a good job of getting his hand up there, knocking the disc away. I did believe, though, that the player had secured the disc in his hand.
Germany with a run, 5-5.
And all of a sudden, we have a game. Just 2 points ago, we were thinking Germany was completely out of this one. I actually don't even know how they've tied it up right now. Canada still looks like the stronger team, but just a couple strange errors that Germany has converted off of.
We've seen turf discs. We've seen overthrows. And there, it looked like in the last possession, it was actually Caleb Snyder looked tripped up on the play. Didn't call the foul. And Germany got it right back. Fast break for the score. Take a look now at the replay.
Germany's youth program has been around since 2007 when players like Philip Haas, you may know if you're watching from North America, played with Schruckstop, Holger Beutmüller, Christoph Köbler, players from Bad Skin. They won the European Championship in Southampton. The team also brought home bronze in Vancouver in 2008. Since then, though, a series of fourth-place finishes.
Ball goes up as we hear the sideline get into it. A lot of support. Sure, a crowd will gather after games end today. Man defense, but a lot of switching underneath has been confusing Team Canada. Knapp. Hugh Knapp playing in the under-23 World Championships, getting a lot of experience last year in Toronto. Canada slices through the zone. Keffer. Scarth.
Germany's transition to man now near the end zone.
Dump swing, Knapp. Fakes. Ladyman. Ladyman looking for an option. Knapp. Always open on the dump for Team Canada. Knapp. And another dump error, but Ladyman gets it back.
Great defense from Metzger, but Canada able to save it.
Keffer. Over the top.
And Canada just has to slow down. They're rushing themselves. They're playing into Germany's trap right now.
Algeier to pick up the disc. Looking deep. It's going to float. Eichel with the advantage, but he jumps too early. Watt picks it up.
Germany has really liked Eichler early with those Hucks as Canada puts up one of their own. Another turnover there. Both teams rushing their offenses. So Germany taking their time to set up on this one as you see the play from earlier, the save from Canada, and then the turnover from Keffer.
And Shemaiah gets it off and drops disc.
This has been a sloppy, messy point for both teams.
Canada, Ladyman. And a foot block.
Fantastic foot block. That's that same defender, Metzger, who got the D earlier.
Timeout called by Germany. We'll be right back here. 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships on Sky Magazine.
Este programa está transmitido por
Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
SKD Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine!
Sky D Magazine.
Sky Magazine! Scoot Magazine!
Back at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships here in Lecco, Italy, I'm Brian Jones with Liam Rosen. Great game in the Open semifinals. Germany ties it up against Canada. Chance to break and take their first lead of the game. Canada started out with a 3-0 run. Sloppy point, though, back and forth. Germany taking a timeout to reset. Axel. Forced to dump it. Orange Shamaya. You her. Inside. Wunderlich. Wunderlich again gets it back. Rich. On the sideline. Germany moving it bit by bit. Layout D by Cole Keffer.
That was ridiculous. Full extension layout from Keffer, the elite rugby player, and Coach Hayduk on the sidelines is loving it.
Knapp. Forced to go back for the dump. Finding Snyder. Keffer, but popped up in the air. Gets it back to Germany.
It's the mistakes for Canada that are costing them this game.
Orange Shamaya. Metzger come up with a lot of blocks on this point alone. Overthrow by Germany, both teams with miscues.
Unable to clean it up even after the timeout. And on critical points like this, the first team to score can take the momentum going into the rest of the game. A timeout now from Canada.
2 timeouts in the point. Both teams need it to think it over. And we'll do so ourselves here on Sky Magazine. Back here, tied at 5. Canada with the disc. Hugh Knapp picking it up. Played U23s for Team Canada, making it all the way to the finals. Canada, though, has been their own worst enemy in this game. They first go up 3-0. Germany coming back and tying it.
Hugh Knapp's played Ultimate since grade 8. The U19 team, he was one of the best handlers in Dublin, has repeated for this tournament.
Knapp. Hammer. finds Ladyman. Scarth. Quick move at Yun. Canada off to the races. Knapp. Ladyman to the end zone. Easy goal. Canada recovers. 6-5.
I think Germany was a bit tired after that timeout. Canada finally composed themselves, found their offense, and will go in with the momentum from that point. This Canadian team picked only 21 players and 3 alternates. Previously, they'd gone to junior championships with more, but they just felt that why would players spend the money, come all the way out to Italy, and just not play very much? So they really spent a lot of time focusing on team chemistry. They had lots of training camps. They went to Jazz Fest in Montreal, preparation tournament, as well as Flower Bowl in Vancouver. They had 3 different tryout sessions from all over Canada. And a large amount of these players come from the Vancouver youth scene. In fact, most of the players on this team played in the finals of the Canadian Junior Ultimate Championships. There was a strong rivalry, Winnipeg versus Vancouver. So there's still a bit of tension between those two groups, but I think learning to work together very well, as they've had a strong showing at the tournament so far.
Canada with a deep pull, but does not hang. Defense allows the first pass out of the end zone. Finding Britch, one of the mainstay handlers here on this German team. Canada playing well off, no defender in the area. Hera. On the sideline. Germany not afraid to throw hammers. Layout, near grab, back to Canada. Fast break.
And it's okay not be afraid to throw those hammers, but they're making it very tough on their receivers having to lay out and save something like that.
LA gets it off. Necto. Looking for the option, layout grab. Wang. Necto to the end zone. Tipped up in the air, tipped. Layout, but foul called on the play. There'll be a discussion on this one for sure.
Schulte looks like he is contesting the foul. He did come up, saw the disc floating, came up from behind. There may have been some contact, but foul contested and discs being sent back.
Trevor Nectel with the disc. Canada with the opportunity to extend their lead once again. They were up 3-0. Nectel now to the end zone. Along the sideline, toes the line. Is he in?
Germany saying out.
Germany is saying out. There's still discussion going on.
Sky correspondent and co-founder Adam Lerman was right on the line. It's going to be called in, though.
Called in, and what a catch by Felix Marceau.
The German defender tripped. He thought he was going to have a good play on it, but this field is getting a bit torn up because of the rain, so slipping all over the place.
7-5. Canada leads Team Germany.
And Germany was going on a bit of a run there, but suddenly halted as Canada scored the last 2 points.
Take a look at the replay. Marceau, right along that line, toes it. It looks into us.
Good effort to toe the line. I think he was just barely in. So I trust the decision of the people who were closer to the field. Best perspective, as the rule states.
Close to half, Canada up by 2. Germany has responded before.
Let's go, D-Lo!
And really, both of these teams have been their own worst enemies at times. Early in the game was Germany with open hucks who were just too far, and then Canada went on a streak where they couldn't complete a dump pass. Hera A zone from Canada. Over the top. Germany finds the hole. Bucher gets it off. Through the zone, slicing an IO break for the score.
Big celebrations from Germany. I really like that. They're getting their whole team involved. They've also got a big cheering section. This mental, emotional energy is going to help them out later in this game.
Only down by one. Canada tries the zone and it fails. Liam, Germany just able to slice through that. A beautiful throw for the score.
I was a bit worried as Marcel Buer had it. He's been acting as a popper for Germany. He looks a bit unstable when he gets the disc, but he's able to get the dump off to some of Germany's more skilled handlers, and they were able to pop open the zone with some pretty crafty throws.
Offensive line out for Team Canada. Hugh Knapp. Keffer, Wu on the field as well. Let's take a look at Snyder. Scarth, one of the captains of this team. Pull from Germany. Quickly down their defense sets. And a lot of poaching. We see a 3-3-1 with a lot of poaching off of the handlers. Very poachy. Staying in the area, forcing Canada to do short throws. Keffer. Through the cup. Again, Canada slicing through. Scarth to Wu. Keffer. Snyder. Knapp to the end zone. Back to Snyder. Snyder to Wu. Snyder goes up the line. Wu. Wu. Takes the physicality. Looking for the option. Snyder in the end zone. Layout. Disc was past Snyder. No foul. Despite physical contact, just good defense.
So Canada looked very good in that zone up until the red zone. It's one thing they're going to have to work on for the rest of the game is their red zone offense. And if I was Coach Haydock, I would not be happy. They may be up one, but their offense has not looked efficient in this game so far.
Battle of defenses and mistakes by both teams. Cheniette gets it off. Rasa up the sideline and Cole Keffer once again.
Keffer with his second layout D of the game.
Knapp to pick up. Team Canada has Keffer in isolation. Looking for the bookends. Keffer clears out, now comes back around. Knapp thinks better of it. Flips it out to Wu. A foul called on the play.
It's a very physical mark from the Germans.
You don't have to. He called a foul as in through.
There's a discussion going on in the play. What happened here is Knapp was fouled on the throw, but the throw was completed, which would mean a continuation play on. Just a little bit of confusion by Heinrichs.
Yeah, Heinrichs thought that the play stopped.
You just call it right away. Get your stall back.
Knapp figuring out where the disc is going to be. And there's a WJUC staff member along the sideline. Doing some discussions.
This is where something like a game advisor can help out. Game advisors, a new initiative from the World Flying Disc Federation to provide rules help on the sideline in situations like this.
Pass will stay with Wu. Play begins again. Woo. Knapp clears. Now comes back for it. Knapp been so efficient on these dumps. Keffer. Keffer to the end zone for Scarth. Does he toe the line? He's in for the score.
Incredible trust by Keffer to put that upline throw to space and just let Scarth run right into it. Just some further discussion about that call.
Not sure what the German player honestly is doing in this situation. There was just a debate on whether or not where the foul was called. He walks away a little frustrated.
So Canada, with a bit of momentum, will keep their lead at 2.
Chance to break for half, and the Canadian defense, when it's wanted to bring the pressure, has done so very well. So we see Alan Scarth up the line.
This Canadian team had a quarterfinals matchup against France that was a bit closer than they thought.
Germany will take actually it will be a timeout by Canada, I believe. And we'll be right back with this point here on Sky Magazine, the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships.
Este programa está transmitido por
Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
SKD Magazine. Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
Sky D Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
Scoot Magazine.
No, but the thing is, you know, the way he plays is just the Canadian guy. He's just like throwing like that, you know? So, yeah, I know, but I agree. But if the German Jew, if the German need, shouldn't have, like, combine or anything, should have put now. But the pass was really play on.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Any player, so the play on German should have scored as well. He should have. David. I mean, I've been fucked over like once or twice. No, I thought, yeah. Yeah. Me too at first. To be honest.
Back here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. Canada leading by 2.
Canada withstood a tougher matchup against France in the quarterfinals. The word from John Haydock, the coach of the Canadian Open team, was that they overlooked France a bit. Came out to the fields early, thinking they would have a long lunch, a nap, and were surprised by the fact that they were told to be playing within 30 minutes. It was a tough game. They eventually won, though, by a couple points.
Germany going deep. Keffer giving chase along the sideline. Bureau stays in. To the end zone. Open for the score. Quick point for Team Germany.
That was a lucky point from Germany. It looks actually like there's some confusion on the German line. Maybe there was a play call. Something went wrong, but in any case, they got the point on the board. So Germany, again, within 1.
Canada offense with a chance to come out and take half.
Here in Lecco, Slight wind, bit of sun. Looked like there were some rain clouds out in the distance. Yesterday, we had all streaming canceled on this showcase field as the field was rained out. We arrived in the morning to big puddles of water. The water is drained, but you can see there has been some wear and tear on the field, so the organizers are being very cautious. As you see the replay here, Bia towing the line. And making the throw for the goal was Lukas Wunderlich. Scored that one for the Germans.
Play restarts. Canada with a chance to take half. Off of the pole. Snyder. And a zone from Germany. To Knapp. Snyder.
Canadian player lost his pivot. Play actually should not stop there if that was a travel. But in USAU rules, which the Canadians are used to, play does stop whenever a travel is called.
A call on the play. It's going to go back. Yun. Nicholas Yun with the disc. Hurst. Looks downfield, nothing available. Tight defense on the dumps. Been plaguing Team Canada thus far. Snyder. It's in the middle. Hurst. They're forced to go backwards. Scarth. Hammers over the top. Gets it to Watt. Binnon, player that we've seen on the defensive side. Scarth. Canada has worked their way down. Now forced to go back to Knapp. Snyder. Back to Scarth. Yun. Into the end zone. Binnon for layout for the score and for half.
Layout clap catch after the efficient end zone offense for the Canadians. Halftime here in Lecco, Italy. This is the semifinals of the World Junior Ultimate Championships in the Open U19 division. Canada versus Germany.
And we'll have a halftime interview on the field soon enough. But we'll take a short break before that happens. Stay tuned for the interview with our Skies correspondent, Adam Lerman, on the field. Canada leads 9-7. We'll be back with second half action.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Ultimate Globetrotter. We're here on Boracay Island in the Philippines, home of the Beach Ultimate Kings of Asia, the fierce and speedy Boracay Dragons. running on the sand's going to get easier, but it doesn't. So we are on our way to check out some cockfighting.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Boracay Open has always been the turf of the Dragons.
Most of the players are based here in the island. It's second nature to them to run on the beach.
When we train almost every day.
High knees in the water, swimming, sprinting on the beach. Do this after every single practice.
You know, it's what they do. They're beach ultimate players.
Movement is like, I 1 and 2.
The only thing we ask from them is to train. Train hard and play hard.
Younger boy.
We have to think that this is already the championship game.
You have to aggressively send your kite back to 12, pull the bar.
We're here at Mandala Spa and Villas, about to receive an world-class massage.
It's not just about the game, it's also about our lifestyle here in the island.
Dragons are the beach kings of Asia and maybe the world soon. It's now time also for us to share to the world what we know about Beach Ultimate.
I'm here with Germany's coach, Max. We saw Germany get off to kind of a slow start to this game. What was that? Why was that? What wasn't working for you?
Yeah, I think we were pretty nervous at the beginning. It's for most of the players. It's the first semifinal at this top level. The most players are 17 or 18 and have 2 more years in the Junior Open division. And I think that killed us at the beginning of the game. That we were pretty nervous, and the Canadians did it pretty well. They forced us to produce mistakes at in our half of the pitch, and that killed us in the first points.
And then you got all the way back to tie the game. How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, we adjusted the defense a little bit. We switched from man to zone defense or poachy zone defense, what we are playing, and yeah, I think the Canadians have some problems with that. And we managed to get the blocks, and we managed to get the turns, and we scored. And now we're here.
And so what do you think Germany needs to do in the second half to win this game?
We need to step up in the defense and in the offense. We need to switch into in another gear, and yeah, I hope we can do this. So we have to give more in the defense and then calm down in the offense after we take the defense.
Thanks, Max. We'll be back with the second half of Germany against Canada in a few minutes.
Vielleicht stirbt jetzt wer wegen uns.
Back here for second half action here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. And Liam, we're going to take it Germany, keys to the game.
Germany told me about a zone defense they had planned to run against Canada to contain them. I haven't really seen that yet, so I'm not sure if they might pull that out more in the second half as they go down. They needed to contain Wu and Keffer. Keffer has been blowing up in this game. He's had a couple of defensive points. Haven't done a great job of that so far. The mental toughness, I'm very proud of them on that. I think going down early, they could have just given up. They've stayed with it. Canada, on the other hand, will look at the keys to their game as well. Keys to the game presented by Sky Magazine. They needed to play their game, which I don't think they've been doing a great job of. There's a lot of turnovers. Luckily, because of Germany's miscues, they've been able to get it back. Managed a shorter roster. They've been doing a good job of that. They've been playing very tight lines. You see the same players playing over and over. Their defensive offense has always been a problem for them. It was a problem for them in the France game. Again, continues to plague them as they give up turnovers after getting the block.
Canada can do themselves a favor if they can just clean up those miscues, Liam, as they go forward. They still have the lead, 9-7 going into the second half action. I'm Brian Jones here with Liam Rosen and Sky Magazine here in Lecco, Italy, and you can see the shot in the background, the beautiful mountains, just incredible scenery here in Lecco.
If Lecco has one thing going for it, it is most definitely the scenery. We drive to the fields every morning in awe. Went for a run last night above the house where we were staying and got a great view of the town. Sits on a lake. For those unfamiliar, Lecco is a mountain city about 50 kilometers north of Milan. Those of you watching from home that are playing at the World Ultimate Club Championships, be prepared for some beautiful scenery. And if you're staying in Italy after the event, lots of stuff to do, nature to check out.
And if you don't want to go for the run and see the hillside, there's always some gelato down the hill. Good for both crowds of people, Liam.
Absolutely. I think last night with the Sky crew, we had a gelato team and a running team.
I think Team Gelato won. Not sure about that, though. As we get started in the second half, we have Knapp with a disc in the German zone. Poaching in the middle of the field. Really looks like a clam defense. 3 people guarding the unders and 1 deep. And it's a good call. I like the call here by Germany. Canada has been slowed down by it.
This is a tip that Germany got from the France Open squad.
Hammer, now to Keffer. Canada takes their time, gets through it. Scarth fakes to Keffer. Sider, low throw. Did he make the catch? Yes, on the goal line. Looking for Knapp. Knapp, 1 foot in. That's all it takes. 10-7, Team Canada leads.
Germany tried to slow Canada down with the zone. They were effective at first. Canada kept their patience. That smooth offensive line gets it done to go up 3. Just a score update for you. USA dominating performance in their semifinal against Italy so far, up 9-2. If things continue the way they are, we will see USA and Canada in the finals, but do not count Germany out yet. Lots of Germans watching from home, cheering on their team. If you are watching, send us a shout out on Twitter. You can find me at skyd_Liam Rosen, SKYD_LIAMROSEN. You can find Brian Jones at no_look_Scuber, like the throw, Scuber.
Canada with a 3-point lead. Germany's turn to respond here in the second half. Back of the end zone. We've seen the strength of the Canadian poles before. Germany don't have to operate all the way down the field.
Last time they were able to open up the field with a hammer. Here, though, looking a bit confused as to how to get out of this.
And instead, they're just going to go and take the deep shot, looking for Buehrer. Buehrer there. Dago comes up with it.
Dawsey with back problems. Didn't play the last game against France, but is back in this match.
McAleer. Necto. Valet. McAleer. Canada moving it upfield.
Germany chasing on defense, not doing a great job of dictating.
Quick lefty flip leads to a break. Valet, good movement. Now stuck, has to go back. Had the reset, lefty up the line. Getting creative near the end zone. A round break for the score. Canada's rolling 11-7.
And that all started, Brian, that point with the great pull from Canada. Left German handlers in the back of their own end zone. They were forced to put it deep, and Canada patiently works it up for the score. Their biggest lead of the game, now up 11-7.
Germany's been throwing everything at Team Canada, unable to slow them down when they are not making their own mistakes. Looking for a prospective meeting against the USA. As we see the huck, Dawsey comes up with it.
This Canadian team perhaps stronger than in past editions of the World Junior Ultimate Championships. The mentality in the past with Canada was always to pick the best players, but also leave 4 or 5 for the next generation just to give them world's experience. This time they said, no, we're not even going to look at the ages. Coach John Haydock told me he just evaluated each player at the tryouts based on pure performance, looked at the ages later, and it turned out that pretty much everyone was 18, 19, near the max age limit.
Another pull from Canada, very deep, not high hanging. Algair. Germany facing pressure, forces it back. Not a cutter available in sight. It's the reset. Goes deep, blades a huck. Too short, works out. Hornschemeier. Gets it back on the sideline. So stagnant here, Liam. Germany unable to gain ground.
It's a call.
Discussion about a pick call based on how far the defender was away.
Hera with the disc. Toby Hera. Unassuming player, but coach has selected him as one of the, quote, super duper handlers on this squad. People underestimate him because of his glasses and his short stature, but he's really been able to help out the German offense by being the primary handler.
Inside break, Brish looking deep. Going to float, will stay in bounds. Nope. No chance for the receiver.
That was a tough offensive point for Germany. They really didn't have any options. Canada was playing excellent defense. Germany needs to see if they can break back, get the turnover here.
Marceau, Ballet, Nechtel, quick movement to the ground. McAleer makes the catch. Looking deep for Ladyman. Ladyman on his back. Ladyman comes down with it.
Canada sidelines come alive after that sky from Matthew Ladyman. Canada on a bit of a run, up 12-7.
Whatever it was they drank in that halftime worked as Canada is on a run. Germany's going to take a timeout, try to reset things here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships on Sky Magazine. '14 World Junior Ultimate Championships here on Sky Magazine, brought to you by Ulti-Photos, the official photographer of the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. Check them out, ultiphotos.com. 12-7, Canada leads with all the momentum, Liam. No sign of stopping.
Dalzee with the pull. He's one of the British Columbia players who forms up part of this Team Canada roster. Many of these players finishing their first year at colleges all over Canada, some as well in the United States. Two players play in the AUDL, in the semi-professional league. That's Darren Wu with the Vancouver Riptide and Francis Vallée with the Montreal Royal.
The coach against Vallée this year. A bit of a headache as Montreal throttled us pretty good. Germany going the other way. My. Looking deep, Germany. Unorthodox, but it works near the goal line. Hornschemeier gets it back. Algair.
Call on the field and some confusion as people talk about what the call will be. Looks like the count will coming back in at 0.
Cleva with the disc. Going to tap it on the ground. Germany needs one pass to get the end zone. Poach forces them back. Olbert. Kleva. Olbert. Up the line. Clears out. To Kleva. Marked by Nechtel. Now up line pass developing. No, not there. For an option near the goal line. Inbounds. Olbert not in. To the end zone just yet. Kleva.
Germany has to get it off the sideline. They do with a hammer.
Doesn't work out. Going the other way, Team Canada. Chance to build a 6-point lead.
I think at this point, Germany has to give their players a red light on the hammers. A couple of them have worked out early, but the last 3 or 4 have all been turnovers.
Collier picks it up. Walk it to the line with Wang back. And Dawsey in isolation space. Also with Nechtel available. Dawsey clears out. Nechtel comes back. Now in the back of the end zone. Collier. Swings it. Cheng. Inside break. He's going to float and going to give it back to Germany.
Good dump defense from Germany. Canada had a couple of scary throws, and Germany now with a chance to score.
Good call on the no around. Moves Nechtel on the mark. Germany with another hammer. This one completed. Brish. Germany still pushed back from the original turnover point. Kleva. Poaching by the Canadian defense.
Their handlers for Germany are not doing a great job at spreading the field. It's letting the Canadians. Look at the position of the 3 handlers right now. They're all on one half of the field. They need to spread out, drag the Canadian defenders with them. Everything is getting clogged, and they're not able to get any shots up the middle.
Canadians also poaching off of their marks occasionally with the handler so close. And Germany has gone all the way back to half field. Inside break, but a pick call is going to send it back. Eva. Angled stack has the break space labeled. Eva still waiting, and another pick call downfield. Rich called for the pick. Canada has just pushed them back 30 yards. Great defensive pressure. Upline clears out. Now the inside break. Rich. Heinrichs. Goes for the around. Not caught. Back to Canada. Canada on the fast break. Looking for the goal. Going to the end zone. Caught. Canada goes up 13-7. A big run for Team Canada.
I think when you're up as far as Canada is, you can afford to take those kind of shots that McAleer just did. It wasn't a great throw, but the receiver was able to get a good read on the blade coming down to the far sideline and convert for the score. Well, as you say, Canada up 13-7 and looking like they're going to run away with it.
It was 8-7 just before half. A 5-0 run by Team Canada. It's been their defense doing work, and one of those keys to the game, Liam, was their defensive offense getting the job done in the second half. See the replay, looking deep, find the receiver. Canada goes up by 6.
Jean Guillemette, the player that scored that goal, is the youngest player on the team. He is the one player that will still be eligible to play for Team Canada U19 in 2016.
Marceau with the pull. This is set up. Olbert. Germany, no movement, trying to go deep. Marceau is there. Quick movement, Greer. Fakes. It's the defender to lay out. Greer to the end zone, looking for Ladyman. Ladyman, can he run it down? Yes! 14-7. Team Canada won't stop.
Germany frustrated with the lack of defense on that point. Germany will take a timeout now and talk this one over.
We'll take a timeout as well here on Sky Magazine, our coverage of the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. Back here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships. In the second half here, Canada going on a huge run, now 6-0. And it's been the defensive offense, which is one of our keys to the game, Liam. It's been spectacular in the second half and perfect.
I have to give Canada an A+ here in this half for getting the turns, frustrating Germany with good defense, and having the patience to work it in. When they get the disc again, that's leading to their run here late in this game. And Canada all smiles as they look forward to the final game.
We haven't had to see many appearances. We do see Kolkeffer on the line right now, but a lot of it has been done in the backpacking of Trevor Knechtel, really just doing a great job in the backfield for Team Canada. A lot of fast break points as well. Germany in a precarious position, looking at the end of their tournament, a potential third-place game against the Italians. Canada poised to move on, potentially face Team USA. That game not likely done yet, but it was a 9-2 lead for Team USA over Italy at half. Here in the semifinals of the Open Division. Be sure to check out our coverage of the tournament at skymagazine.com. We have a newsletter up there. Ryan Jones here with Liam Rosen, 14-7. Team Canada in control. Germany trying to mount a comeback.
Another fantastic pull from Canada.
Great response by Germany, gains a few yards. An overthrow back to Canada. Knechtel takes the inside. Hurst fakes. Gets the German player on the ground and a miscue. It's been a problem with Hurst this game. Some overthrows in the dumps.
Nothing, though, has been working for Germany on offense so far.
Looking back, now forced to go up line. Buer. Schulte. Staring down the barrel of the gun, as they say on the sideline. Dump swing around. Germany able to create some more space. Cutters are very deep for Germany. They don't have much room to make great cuts. Eichel getting it along the sideline. Batzel. Batzel, hammer, hanging. Germany gets one.
That will activate the German sideline again, and so far, Germany has loved that look of the hammer off the sideline to the break side. See the German fans supporting their team, quite a big contingent. Germany not so far away from Italy. The stands here start to fill up as many games have finished off.
Very tough to defend the hammer to the break side space over the top of the stack. Tough call for Valet. Actually, Marceau, I believe. Offense on the field for Team Canada. First time in the second half. We see Knapp on the field with Lady Men back. Snyder, another handler for this. And Darren Wu, we called his name right at the beginning with a deep cut. We haven't seen him much since. Been a focal point of Team Germany, but as a result, it's been Team Canada's handlers have been getting the job done.
I think they haven't needed Wu as much. In the first game we streamed, Canada versus Japan in pool play, they often used Darren Wu as a bailout when the stall got high. That hasn't happened so far from the Germany defenders.
Knapp. Zone from Germany.
This is the same zone they've been running where they're bracketing the horizontal cutters.
Very flat, three-man zone at the front of the disc, and then a lot of switching downfield with three players controlling the unders. Knapp. Back to Lady Man. Knapp up the line. Has Wu going deep. Darren Wu makes a routine catch. And Wu flips it for the goal. Team Canada leads 15-8.
And as if on cue, Canada shoots it to Wu for the easy deep reception.
Ask and you shall receive, Liam. Darren Wu made one of the best plays we've seen all weekend, or all week, I should say. Day 6 here in Lecco, Italy. For some amazing skies, I believe it was 3 of them in a row against Team Japan. You should be sure to check out that game when it comes out in video on demand on skymagazine.com.
Darren has only been playing Ultimate for 2 years, in contrast to some of the other members of this squad. Some have been playing since they were 5, 6 years old. Darren is a newcomer to Ultimate, but has very strong potential. Not playing club this year, played in the AUDL, but will be taking some time off just to focus on the Junior Ultimate Championships.
It's tough these days for Ultimate players, especially when you go to North America. A lot more options, and I think that's providing some of the strength we see for this Canadian team. Vancouver having 2 teams. You can play college, you can then play pro during the same part of the season. You can go right into club without a break. A lot of players missing out on some of those fun tournaments like Potlatch now. Marceau with the pull for Team Canada, within 2 of advancing to the finals against Team Germany. Eichel. Bridge. Pressure from Greer and a foul called. Jonas Schulta.
Greer, player with UBC Thunderbirds, one of the 4 players from the University of British Columbia that make up this team.
Play about to be restarted. Germany going deep, going to hang. 2 defenders in the area. Eichel with a chance. Tipped by Wang.
I think they were both looking at each other saying, which one of us is going to go up for this? They're kind of afraid of running into each other.
LA picks up the disc.
Germany just looking completely outmatched by Canada right now.
Canada looking to pull away in the triple coverage. Tipped in the air.
Nice D from Benjamin Brich.
Germany, Huck for Huck. This one too far deep.
I don't know about that one.
15-8. The Germans seem to have spent everything they have. Canada proving to be too much.
And I don't want to jinx myself, but mentally looking out at the expressions of the players in the field, this game is over. Canada just needs to do the technicality of getting 2 more points as both teams resort to a huck and hope offense.
Back and forth we huck. And we have a foul called on the play or an injury. Eichel coming out the field. Shit. Coming in.
Eichel's been one of Germany's primary deep receivers. From Berlin, his main club is Wall City, one of the, if not the most successful men's clubs teams out of Berlin.
Disc about to be checked back in. Now to Germany. Schulte looking deep. Buehrer comes down with it. Germany gets up to 9.
Marcel Buehrer with the deep reception for Germany. Now Canada is on offense with a chance to take it to 16. They'll put on their offensive line.
Up by 6. Can extend the lead. We see Knapp coming out of the field. Getting set to pull is Olbert for Team Germany.
Canada not trying anything special in this game. They came in before the game just trying to play as they always have. I think they've seen a lot more turnovers here than they would have liked, especially going up against the U.S., a team that's a bit more conservative. Lots of hucks on that last point as we see here the hospital pass that led to the injury to Eichler.
Knapp to pick up. Bull goes out of bounds. Team Canada just needing 2 more to advance. Ostak with Keffer in the middle, along with Binnen. Keffer fakes in, going deep, and Knapp doesn't hesitate. Keffer with steps. Has to wait for his team to catch up. Quick dish to the sideline, back to Keffer. Cole Keffer gets it done, 16-9.
And that all started with the brilliant huck to space, the Blady forehand huck from Knapp. Knapp will be playing also at the World Club Championships. He'll be joining Furious George for the first time. The team out of Vancouver, Canada. The Germany offensive line ready to go. And Germany with a very strong roster. No players injured, 24 players in the roster, playing pretty tight lines in this semifinal. There's certainly a couple names we have yet to call. Maybe some of the other players feeling like their offensive line just hasn't got it done.
Interested in more coverage? Well, we have more coming. 4:30 today, the U17, the European Youth Ultimate Championships in the girls division. Netherlands versus France. And then tomorrow we'll have the finals of the Open and Women's division, as well as the finals of the Boys Youth Ultimate European Championships. Keffer laying out. Still has energy late in this game. High stall situation. Gets it off. Hera. Rich.
Rich, the player with bad skid, one of the captains of this team. He'll also be playing in the World Clubs as Germany airs it out. Too far, though.
Nechtel.
Canada sensing the chance to end the game here.
Marceau. Yun gets it off. Lady man. For Keffer. Keffer loves to take the shots, and he's going for the win. Open in the end zone. Hanging. Trurst can't reel it in. Calls the foul.
It's going to be a no contest. Hera hit him on the arm.
Some confusion on when to check it in. Hurst. Nathan Hurst. Player in the end zone. Now forced to go back. Nechtel, quick flip for the score, and Team Canada going to the finals here at the 2014 World Junior Ultimate Championships.
Very clear result from Team Canada as they closed out this game in dramatic fashion. The USA-Israel game, we'll have to check on the score of that. By all accounts, was also a dominant performance from USA. The last time we checked, they were up 9-3. So it's very likely we will see a USA-Canada final.
Italy likely to take on Germany in the third place game. That will happen later on today. We will not be streaming that.
Story of this game, it's very clear that the German team is not as deep as the Canadian team. There's really very little difference between the top and the bottom of this Canadian roster. They're letting all of their players play, while Germany stuck to a tighter rotation, perhaps a couple players not ready yet for the big stage. We're going to go down later to Sky correspondent Adam Lerman as you see the final score here from Canada. Lerman's going to have Coach John Haydock and Cole Keffer from the Canada team.
And we'll get ready to go down to that field. For Liam Rose and I'm Brian Jones. Thanks for listening in for our coverage here on Sky Magazine. Stay tuned for the interview as our Sky correspondent Adam Lerman is coming to the camera. And this will be us signing off until the U17 girls game, title game, Netherlands versus France at 4:30. Thanks for tuning in.
Sky D.
Sky Magazine.
Sky
Magazine. It's Sky. It's Sky.
Sky. Sky D. Sky D? Or Sky?
Sky. Sky D.
Sky.
One word. Sky.
No, you say
Sky.
Sky Magazine.
Sky Magazine.
It's
okay.
Sky.
Sky Magazine.
Yes.
Ja, voilà.
I'm here with Canada coach John Haydock and player Cole Keffer. Coach, first of all, in the first half, you had a little bit of a not great run. After a big lead, Germany got back in the game. What allowed them to do that?
Our O-line just got a little bit of self-doubt crept into their game and started, second guessing their choices. But just took a giant breath and we worked it back.
Cole, the second half, we saw Canada's D-line really put a lot of pressure on Germany's cutters. What were you trying to do there?
Well, our Canada Ultimate, we like to take a lot of pride in our defense. We like to be the hardest working people on the field. So I think we really just focused on sticking with our man tight, working and not letting ourselves get beat on open sides or anything. Just working as hard as we possibly can, leaving everything on the field. And it really helped us in the end.
Looking ahead now, you're going to be facing USA in the final. You played them already in a crossover game. John, what happened in that game?
I think both teams were just sort of feeling each other out and just playing the game and running hard and sort of sussing out the situation. I expect nothing different in the finals. Both teams are going to run hard. It's always fun playing them. We're really excited for it.
And what do you think Canada has to do to win that game?
Exactly what my man Cole there said. Just work hard, take care of your own personal responsibilities, and what happens, happens.
Okay, Cole, we've been talking a little bit about you on the broadcast. Can you tell us how you got your start in your Ultimate career?
Well, my mom and my dad have played Ultimate since before I was born, so when I was about in grade 2, my mom got me and lots of my soccer friends together and started teaching us how to play. We didn't have anyone else to play because we were grade 2. There wasn't really elementary school Ultimate at the time, but we kind of practiced. We had a big team. We called ourselves Vertically Challenged, and we just kind of practiced a lot. And once we reached grade 4, we started trying to find exhibitions to play against much older kids, but it really started from there, just a small group of kids. And my mom's the coach, and she's kind of just coached me up until now.
And in addition to being a pretty talented Ultimate player, can you tell us about your second sport?
Rugby, yeah, I started playing rugby in grade 8 and fell in love with it right away. I've been playing it ever since, almost all year round, for different rep teams, BC teams. And I just represented Canada at the Commonwealth Games Championships in Scotland 2 weeks ago, so that was really fun.
Okay, thanks a lot. We'll be back later today with our U17 girls final coverage. Check skymagazine.com for our full streaming schedule.